come out in front of him. So it's kicking off a little bit this morning. Been fish jumping behind me spots, been slicking up, everything's been happening out there. Absolute cracker. Well, I've made a 3.5 hour journey up to Norton Disney, Embryo's Lake. Bit of a long trek for me, but I really did fancy something a little bit different, a bit more commercial. So we've come to Turner's Lake, arrived here about midday this afternoon, but it was mega busy on a Monday. Thought everyone would have not be fishing, but they are, because the sun's out, it's a beautiful day. We've had to wait 5-6 hours for this swim to get vacant. We're pretty central on the lake. You see quite a few fish out here all day with the guys who are fishing in here. So I'm going to get sorted. Got a couple of hours before dark. Going to get the rods out, try and find some areas, get a bit of bait out there and see what happens. So I've had a lead about out there, it's pretty uniform. I've had a nice gravel seam, about 14-15 wraps, no weed, nothing, really nice and clean. So I'm going to go with little wafters, 3 different colours. I'm just putting on my last one. I've put 2 out already. I put a yellow one out, put an orange one out, quite bright, in your face type of hook baits, little wafters. And I've got some red ones here. I'm going to stick a red one on the same spot as I've put a yellow one. So just to try and sort of find out what's working, if anything works. Then once I've got my last rod out, I'm going to put about 10 to 15 spods of, a mix out there for tonight, get it all sorted. I'm going to settle down, relax, kettle on, get a bit of dinner on, and hopefully we might get some action tonight or in the morning. Rods are all done, coming into our first night on Turner's Lake on the Norton Disney complex. Sun's just going down and we're about to get the burgers on. Apprehensive but really confident something's going to happen. It's looking really good. You know that first night buzz on any water? That's what I'm feeling now. I don't know if I'm going to have much sleep tonight, but hopefully not. We'll have a few fish to show you. I'm going to get the burgers on, nice cup of tea, and try and chill out for the rest of the evening. Well, here we go, our first fish, 19 pound, 12 ounce mirror, 2 AM, and the yellow Northern Special wafter is away. Hopefully we'll catch a few more. I've heard a few moving out there, but it's really good to be off the mark with a cracking little fish. Let's get this little cool dude back in the water, recast the rod, see if we can catch a few more. Good morning, and we're off the mark last night, and it's a really stormy, carpy morning, and it's been a little bit like SeaWorld out there. There's been fish jumping behind my spot, it's been slicking up, everything's been happening out there, and we just had an occurrence on the left-hand rod where we had a bite, but we struck into nothing, and the hook was slightly turned over. So I've changed the hook, sharpened it up, and put it back out there, and I really think it's really going to happen, because of the amount of fish that's showing at the back of the spot. So I'm going to have a coffee, and I'm just sort of sitting here waiting, and hopefully we're going to have one to show you very shortly. Mate, look at that in front of him. Right, and really in the last rod. We finished the storm now, that's gone through, and I feel like it might have been cleared out a little bit. It's yeah, I'm going to go back to the van, load up on a bit more bait, give them probably another 20 spods of gear, and fish all 3 rods on top of the area out there. So I've just reeled in my last one, and I'm going to go back, get some bait, and regroup and get the rods back out again. One. Right, well, we've got a bite. I just put the rods out, just about to do another mix to put over the top, and the right hand rod's gone. It's 10:15 and we've got a bite, late morning bite. But we've got to keep a direct contact, because barbless hooks, if you don't keep a direct contact, then the hook's going to pop out. So it's coming in close, and it's coming right in. That's the trick, trying to keep it tight and get your net ready. So this is the time we sort of see him yesterday showing. So it's yes, whoa, look at that. So it's no surprise to have a bite, but I almost lost my rod. It went in so quickly, such a quick bite. Hopefully Bradders has got it on camera. Right, here we go, let's try and coax her in. And, whoa. Yeah, it's nice to have a bit of action after that rain this morning. Whoa. I think that one's on a yellow wafter, that one. Little common he is. Just seen him. Oh, yeah, he's only a small one, but very welcomed in the morning. There you go. Happy days. Happy days. Another one. there we go. Proof in the pudding. Little yellow wafter, lovely little double common. And we see quite a few fish showing out there. Loads of oxygen in the water, storms past. And yeah, just got the rods out. We're just making up a mix to put over the top, and it sped off. Almost took the rod off the rest, it did. So I'm going to get her back, get her rod back out, and show you the mix that I'm using. Just slip that fish back, and I'm going to go through what I'm using on this trip for my spod mix. Now, I like to generally, when I go to these young type fish waters, lots of small food items. My base is the XXX in 10mm freezer baits, which gives me a lot of different options that I can use for hook baits. I put some 4mm HMV pellets in there. You can use 6mm or 8mm, whatever, you know, whatever you like. I like to keep them all small, so the swim's continually working. Any small fish is picking away at them pellets as well and creating a haze, like a traction in the swim. I put a can of corn in there just to give it a little bit of colour. I put some krill micro mash, which is nice and salty, oily, kicks off loads of attraction, and the fish don't really see it. It's quite an underused little edge that I use. Also, to finish it off, to bind the mix together and give it just that little bit of extra boost, I use the Marine Amino 365 just to pull everything together and put out lots of attraction into the water column. I'm going to stick another 10 spods out there, top up the spot, see if we nick another bite. Just for dark, another 10 to 15 spods, make a carpet of feed out there for the nighttime feeding ahead. I'm going to get spod in and see what happens this afternoon.
Straight point. This is quick fire.
Oh, this is quick fire, is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Bear in mind day tickets.
Beaked.
Fluoro or mono.
Fluoro.
Whole baits or chopped.
Chopped.
Pop-ups or bottom baits.
Pop-ups.
Clean spots or troddy areas.
Clean spots.
Commons or mirrors.
Mirrors.
Helicopter or lead clip.
Helicopter.
Bivvy or brolly.
Brolly.
Marker or bare lead.
Bare lead.
Long or short rigs.
Short rigs.
Sausages or burgers.
Burgers, 100%.
Mark Pitchers or James Armstrong.
It's a difficult one. They're both.
Mark Pitchers or James Armstrong.
They're both and they.
Choose one.
Pictures.
Tea or coffee.
Tea.
Northern specials or match the hatch.
Northern specials.
3 on a spot or 3 different spots.
Day ticket, 3 on the spot.
Tufties or coots.
Black chickens.
What's 9 times 3 minus 4 plus 8?
32.
Oh, you're close.
33.
31. In the edge or out in the lake.
Out in the lake.
Spom or catapult.
Catapult.
Pellets or boilies.
Boilies.
Tight or slack.
What are we talking about?
Line.
A line. Slack.
One item of tackle you can never leave home without.
Polaroids.
quiet neglected corner or go in swim?
Quiet neglected corner, of course. I'm not sheep. Evening's drawing in, and today has been a little bit of a mixed day. We had lots of rain this morning and I thought it was going to be nice and cool, nice southwesterly, but as usual the weatherman got it wrong and it's been 25-30 degrees all day. Hence not a lot's been going on the fish catching front. So we got the drone up to see where the fish were, and they'd gone all the way into a bay where you can't really fish for them. They were all up in the water. It was just amazing to see that they was all there. Evidently we weren't going to catch them off the bottom in 12-14 foot of water, so they migrated up there and we had to leave them to it to sun themselves and lead their best lives. Going into last night, very confident because the weather's starting to go cool now. Put a bit of bait out there, put that bit of feed out there, that carpet out there, put all 3 rods on the spot, and we're looking forward to some more action this evening, early hours or tomorrow. Good morning, and what a great morning it is. We've just had one, it's looking very carpy, and we're going to get her out to do some photos and some video in a minute. Just finishing off my brew that I was making before I had the bite, and it's a definitely different morning till yesterday. Yesterday it was a lot more sunnier, lovely sunrise, and this morning it's very damp and it's been raining and it's just really carpy. As I'm talking to you, I've just seen one top over my spot, so I reckon more fish are on the cards, definitely this morning. I'm going to finish making me a cup of coffee, get her out to show you, and yeah, have a great morning, as you can hear. Going to have another bite any minute now. Well, there you go. Nice wake up call. Beautiful little scaly one. Took a yellow wafter, this one, and well happy with this. Hopefully we can catch some more. So we've got the rest of the morning to go before we got to pack up, but more than made up with our little trip to Norton Disney, Turner's Lake. I'm going to get her back. She's dying to get back. Get the rod back out. See if we can catch another one. Well, just slipped that one back, that little one, and we got another one on. Whew, I'm out of breath already. Buzz that it gives you when you get a bite, isn't it? But yeah, this one's fighting really hard actually. And, it's lucky that it wasn't about 10 seconds earlier. I would have had the other fish in my hand. So you could say it's kicking off a little bit this morning. But let's concentrate on getting this one in. She's fighting like a demon. And yeah, having a great time at Norton Disney. Whew. Happy days. No one in the net. It looks like that one was on the yellow as well. Seems to be yellow is the one. Just unhooked that fish, and I thought I'd just go through the rig that I'm using on this session that I've had all my bites on. It's a simple D rig with a little Northern Special wafter, yellow one, which I've had all the bites on. Size 4, barbless, chod type hook, and about 7 inches of 25-pound amnesia on a heli safe system. Sits, you steam it, and it sits nice and flat on the bottom with just the little wafter sitting there above, waiting to be snaffled up. And because it's a wafter, rather than just a plain bottom bait, it goes back into the mouth a lot quicker, and you get better hook holds, and you catch more fish. So give it a go, guys. It's well worth it when you've got a clean bottom out there like we have, and you're fishing a lot of small little particle 10 millers, little bits of maize, bits and pieces out there with a little semi-stiff wafter rig, little D rig. Give it a go. Here we go, things are really starting to come together, and another little scaly one to show you. Well made up with this one, real cool little dude. We've got a couple of hours left, and I reckon a couple more on the cards, but even if this is the last one, we've had a great time here at Norton Disney, especially on this lake, Turner's Lake. Look at that. What's that going to look like in a few years' time? Absolute cracker. Absolute banging carp. Look at that. Right. I'm going to return him to his watery home and see if we can catch another one. Well, just wrapping up now. Had a great time at Norton Disney, Turner's Lake. Had a good few fish, really enjoyed ourselves. Weather's been all over the place, stormy, 25, 26 degrees, fish have been jumping. Just been a really good trip. One thing I will take from this trip though, and if we come back, or any sort of day ticket lake, is it's busy, so get your bucket in a swim as soon as you can, but as soon as you've done that, walk around, talk to people, because if we'd just gone straight into the first swim that was available when we got down, I don't think we would have had as many fish. We waited, spoke to a few people, we had to wait like 6 hours to get in the swim, but it was worth it. The effort did equal the reward. Definitely come back to Norton Disney, fish one of the other lakes. It's such a great complex, and yeah, looking forward to coming back. But now I've got to push my barrow, got a long 3.5 hour journey, so I'm going to get on my way, and that journey is going to be a little bit sweeter because we've had quite a few fish.